Psalm 212 delivers the climactic conclusion to this royal psalm, with both urgent warning and gracious promise. Kiss the Son, lest he be angry, and ye perish from the way, when his wrath is kindled but a little. Blessed are all they that put their trust in him. This last verse completes the psalm's movement from rebellion to reconciliation. Nations raging against God's authority are depicted in the opening. The conclusion offers the path to blessing through submission to the divine King. This verse contains three distinct elements: a command, a warning, and a benediction. The phrase, "kiss the Son," presents the central command with rich cultural significance. In ancient Near Eastern contexts, kissing represented both affection and allegiance. Vassals kissed the hand or feet of their sovereign to show loyalty. Subjects kissed crowned kings as a pledge of submission. This command thus calls for wholehearted allegiance to God's anointed ruler. The term Son connects back to verse 7, where God declared, "Thou art my Son, this day have I begotten thee." This emphasizes that the proper response to the Father also requires a genuine connection with the Son. The two cannot be separated. Those who claim to honor God while rejecting his anointed one deceive themselves. The warning follows with stark clarity, "Lest he be angry, and ye perish from the way." God's anger wasn't capricious, but a righteous response to continued rebellion. The phrase "perish from the way" carries dual significance. It refers to both the destruction of life's journey and the collapse of one's chosen path. Those who persist in opposing God's King will find that their road leads nowhere but to ruin. The phrase, "when his wrath is kindled," intensifies the warning's urgency. The Hebrew term suggests a wrath that ignites, like dry tinder catching flame. This wasn't a gradual irritation, but a righteous judgment that could appear with unexpected swiftness. The time for decision couldn't be postponed. Yet the psalm concludes not with a threat, but with a promise. The passage ends with a blessing. "Blessed are all they that put their trust in him." This benediction echoes the opening beatitude of Psalm 1. The two psalms are like bookends. Together, they describe the path of blessing by sharing what to avoid, Psalm 1, and whom to embrace, Psalm 2. The term "blessed" signifies not just happiness, but divine favor, the state of living in harmony with God's created order. This blessing remains available to all who seek refuge, not just Israel, not just the privileged, but anyone who recognizes their need for divine protection. The same God whose wrath threatens the rebellious also offers protection to the repentant. The imagery suggests both security and intimacy, pressing close to the source of safety. For Christian interpreters throughout church history, this psalm found its ultimate fulfillment in Jesus Christ. The apostles applied its language to Jesus in the New Testament. Peter and John quoted its opening verses when facing persecution, Acts 4:25-26. Paul cited verse 7 as evidence of Christ's resurrection and exaltation, Acts 13:33. The writer of Hebrews likewise applied these royal declarations to Jesus, Hebrews 1:5. The last invitation in this psalm anticipates the New Testament gospel. Those who once opposed God's rule can find blessing through faith in his Son. This psalm moves from rebellion to reconciliation, from judgment to mercy, offering divine protection to all who abandon self-rule and embrace the King whom God has established.